For decades, the Philippine Air Force was stuck flying a patchwork of aging aircraft, relics from a bygone era that had long outlived their prime. These planes, some dating back to the Cold War, were kept in service far beyond their intended lifespan. Many of these aircraft looked more suited for a museum than a modern battlefield, their faded paint and battered exteriors telling the story of years of hard use and neglect. Pilots and ground crews faced the daunting task of keeping these old planes operational, often scavenging for spare parts and improvising repairs with whatever materials they could find. Creativity and resourcefulness became daily necessities. The lack of standardization crippled training and maintenance, making it nearly impossible to develop a cohesive and effective air defense strategy. Each aircraft required different skills and parts, stretching resources thin and leaving the nation's air defense dangerously thin. When the F-5 Freedom Fighters were retired in 2005, the Philippines lost its supersonic capability for nearly a decade, leaving a critical gap in the country's ability to respond to fast-moving threats. Slower, less capable aircraft struggled to patrol the country's vast airspace and vital sea lanes, making it difficult to monitor borders or respond quickly to emergencies and incursions. This wasn't about a lack of courage or dedication from the men and women in uniform. It was a systemic failure in defense procurement, plagued by bureaucracy, budget constraints, and shifting political priorities. Relying on second-hand equipment and donations from allies meant inheriting worn-out assets that required costly overhauls just to keep them flying. These stopgap solutions only delayed the inevitable need for real investment. The PAF was always playing catch-up, patching old problems instead of building new capabilities. Every year the gap between the Philippines and its neighbors grew wider. This left the country exposed in a region of rising geopolitical tensions, where air power was becoming increasingly vital for national security and sovereignty. The consequences were real: limited patrols, slow disaster response, and a weak deterrent posture that left the nation vulnerable to both natural disasters and external threats. The call for change grew louder each year, as citizens, military leaders, and policymakers recognized the urgent need for a stronger, more capable Air Force. Ingenuity and determination kept the planes flying, but no amount of skill could make up for outdated technology. The nation's sovereignty demanded more than just perseverance. The need for a comprehensive modernization program became urgent, as leaders realized that only a bold strategic overhaul could break the cycle of dependency and vulnerability. The old cycle of dependency had to be broken. The future of the Philippine Air Force and the nation's security depended on it. The PAF's struggle was a story of making do with less, of resilience in the face of adversity. But the nation was ready for a game changer, a leap into a new era. A new era was about to begin, promising hope, renewed strength, and a future where the skies above the Philippines would finally be secure. At the core of the Philippine Air Force's challenges was the restrictive nature of the government's annual budget cycle, which dictated the pace and scope of defense planning. Defense planners were constrained to spend only what was allocated for a single fiscal year. Any funds that remained unspent by the end of the year were lost, disappearing into the void of bureaucracy. This financial limitation made it nearly impossible to pursue long-term projects, such as acquiring new fighter jets or upgrading existing fleets, which require sustained investment over several years. Imagine trying to build a house, but you can only purchase materials for one room at a time, with no assurance that you will have the funds to complete the rest of the house in the future. Major defense deals necessitate multi-year commitments and planning, yet the system forced the military into making short-term, piecemeal purchases, which were inefficient and costly. Foreign suppliers were understandably hesitant to engage, knowing that the Philippines could not guarantee payment beyond the initial year, leading to strained negotiations and missed opportunities. The outcome was a military force equipped with mismatched gear, delayed projects, and inflated costs, all of which hampered operational effectiveness. Consequently, the military remained a patchwork of disparate parts, lacking the cohesion and unity needed to function as a formidable force. The revised AFP modernization program was indeed ambitious, aiming to transform the military, but the financial system was fundamentally flawed and unable to support such aspirations. Without significant legislative reform and a shift in budgetary policy, true modernization and progress remained out of reach, a distant dream. A new approach, one that embraces long-term planning and financial flexibility, was desperately needed to break free from the constraints of the current system and to pave the way for a more robust defense strategy. Everything changed with the revised AFP Modernization Act, and the introduction of Multi-Year Obligational Authority, or MYOA. This allowed the Department of National Defense to sign contracts spanning several years, finally enabling long-term planning. Now, the government could guarantee payments for major acquisitions, giving suppliers confidence and unlocking better deals. The first big win, a squadron of FA-50PH light combat aircraft from South Korea, bringing the PAF back into the supersonic age. MYOA transformed the modernization program from a dream into a structured, achievable plan. International contractors took notice, opening doors to more advanced systems. The PAF could now pursue integrated, multi-phase upgrades instead of stopgap fixes. The stage was set for a leap into the future. With multi-year contracting in place, the PAF launched Horizon 2, a shift from replacing old gear to building integrated defense networks. The focus not just new planes, but a system combining detection, command, and rapid response. To fund these big-ticket items, the government embraced foreign financing, soft loans and export credits with favorable terms. This new model let the Philippines aim higher, acquiring not just fighters, but also support systems like airborne early warning aircraft and ground-based defenses. The vision, a layered, networked defense for the archipelago. Horizon 2 marked a new level of ambition and sophistication. The shopping list now included multi-role fighters and advanced surveillance platforms. At the top of that list, Sweden's offer of the Gripen fighter and globalized surveillance system. Sweden's proposal to the Philippines wasn't just about selling a few advanced Gripen fighter jets, it was about delivering a comprehensive, future-ready air defense solution that could transform the entire Philippine Air Force. The package on offer included 14 state-of-the-art Gripen CD jets, known for their agility and reliability, as well as the Erie Airborne Early Warning and Control System, a sophisticated platform that was the forerunner to today's GlobalEye. The Erie AEW&C aircraft would serve as the PAF's eyes in the sky, capable of detecting and tracking threats at vast distances, far beyond the reach of traditional ground-based radars, and providing real-time intelligence to commanders. Integrating these systems would fundamentally change the PAF's approach, shifting it from a reactive force, responding to threats as they appear, to a proactive defender, able to anticipate and neutralize dangers before they escalate. What made Sweden's offer even more attractive was the financial package, a soft loan with low interest rates and an extended repayment period, specifically designed to fit the Philippines' evolving procurement strategy and budget constraints. This deal wasn't just about hardware, it was a model of strategic partnership, combining cutting-edge technology, integrated systems, and smart, flexible financing to ensure long-term sustainability. It marked a deliberate shift away from the old practice of simply buying whatever was cheapest, signaling a new era focused on building a robust, interconnected air defense network for the nation's security. For the Philippine Air Force, this package represented a generational leap in capability, promising not just new aircraft, but a new way of defending the country's skies. After years of uncertainty and delay, the deal was once again at the very top of the PAFE's priorities, seen as essential for the future of national defense. The Gripen CD is one of the world's most advanced and cost-effective multi-role fighters, perfect for the Philippines' vast territory and tight budget. Its versatility means one aircraft can handle air-to-air, air-to-ground, and reconnaissance missions, simplifying logistics and training. Designed for easy maintenance and short runways, the Gripen is ideal for an archipelago nation. Low operating costs mean more time in the air, less in the hangar. Its advanced avionics and data links, especially when paired with GlobalEye, give pilots unmatched situational awareness. The Gripen can carry cutting-edge missiles and precision-guided bombs, providing a credible deterrent. This isn't just a new jet. It's a smart, sustainable investment in the country's security. The Gripen would move the PAF from limited capabilities to a top-tier networked force. The Saab GlobalEye AEW&C is the brain of the new defense system, a flying command center with world-class surveillance. Its Erie ER radar can track air, sea, and ground targets over vast distances, perfect for the Philippines' sprawling archipelago. GlobalEye provides early warning, giving commanders time to respond to threats before they reach Philippine shores. It's a multi-domain platform, monitoring airspace, ship traffic, and even supporting disaster relief. Integrated with Gripen fighters, GlobalEye enables network-centric warfare. Fighters are always in the right place, with the best information. This synergy multiplies the effectiveness of every asset, For the first time, the PAF would have true situational awareness and control over its skies and seas. Acquiring GlobalEye would be a monumental leap for national security. The Swedish deal goes beyond hardware. It's about building Philippine self-reliance. The package includes training for pilots, technicians, and engineers in Sweden, plus local maintenance facilities. This ensures the PAF can sustain its new fleet independently, reducing long-term costs and dependency. It also creates high-tech jobs and jumpstarts a local defense industry. The partnership with Sweden is built on trust and shared values, promising decades of support and collaboration. This is a blueprint for modern defense smart acquisitions, deep partnerships, and a focus on long-term capability. The goal is a self-sufficient, continuously modernizing Air Force. Knowledge transfer is as valuable as the hardware itself. The PAF's modernization is now a process, not a one-time event. The Gripen and GlobalEye deal marks a new era for Philippine defense, a shift from patchwork fixes to a stable, long-term strategy. For the first time, the country will have a credible, integrated air defense system. This sends a clear message. The Philippines is serious about defending its sovereignty. A modern air force deters aggression and strengthens the nation's diplomatic hand. It also boosts the Philippines' role as a regional security partner, able to share intelligence and coordinate with allies. The modernization journey is a story of resilience and resolve. The sight of Gripens and GlobalEye in Philippine skies will symbolize a nation taking control of its destiny. It's a promise to defend the Filipino people and their future. A new chapter for the PAF and the nation has begun.